Eugene's older neighborhoods, homes, and downtown commercial buildings are a critical part of Eugene's history, culture, and character. The Historic Preservation Program works to save these resources by increasing public awareness and by facilitating the restoration and rehabilitation of culturally significant buildings.
History and historic preservation is important because it's a story of our shared experience. It's also the story of the built environment that surrounds us, and it contributes to our community identity, and for that reason I think we should all help support it.
The City of Eugene is really proud of a lot of the historic buildings that we have. Some of those are listed and some are not listed. For those not listed, we would highly encourage those homeowners or property owners to come in and talk to staff about getting it listed as a historic resource, because we really want to see those buildings preserved into the future.
The City of Eugene has historically had some lower levels of city landmark status, and so this year the board is really focusing on trying to increase the number of people that are part of our city landmark program, and this grant program was a specific part of increasing the number of homes that are participating.
I have a home that was built circa 1921 at 1325 Jefferson, and it had been, I suppose it had been reviewed by the board many years ago in the 80s before it became a college rental. And it was on the list, but it was not considered of significance because it hadn't been restored. And so we said, well, let's start looking into what it would take to get the house deemed historic so that it will never be a 7-Eleven, basically.
The main point of being listed as the city landmark status is that you have the recognition that your home is a significant part of our history and our community. And then outside of that, you also are eligible to apply for our grant program, which you can do repairs to your home to help raise your property value.
The new grant program focuses on exterior of homes because that's what's visible to the public. There are resources that have important interiors too, but to make for the program to be the most impactful, I think it's important that we encourage exterior renovations so that the community can see the changes being made.
We're hopeful that the Eugene Historic Property Restoration Grant will not only improve these historic properties in our community, but also encourage other property owners to nominate their properties for historic designation. Because these historic properties contribute to our neighborhood character, they define the places we live, and those are important considerations for people when they buy into a neighborhood or if they move into a particular part of the city.
If there are people out there who feel the same way I did about sort of a love that's a little deeper than just this is where I live, I completely encourage them to look into the historic process. I think that it is really a wonderful opportunity to invest in something that's beyond ourselves and to say, hey, this house means a lot to me and I'd like it to mean a lot to the next person too. So I encourage people to do things that are a generation or 2 or 3 or 8 beyond themselves, and I would look at the historic process as that, as a way of investing in something that is not profit-minded or glory-minded, but is rooted and has a lasting effect.
The Eugene Historic Property Restoration Grant is a $1,000 matching grant. If you would like more information, visit the city's website.